Hi, I'm Dr. Lee Erin Connealy, and I'm a medical doctor. I'm the medical director at the Center for New Medicine and Cancer Center for Ealing. But what do I really do? I'm really a detective. So beautiful, effervescent Debbie Singh. Debbie is an adorable person, has amazing attitude. May we all learn from her, because that is everything for all of us to have this beautiful, amazing, grateful, happy attitude. She's got the happy gene going. We all need to practice that. But anyway, she's such an interesting case because, first of all, she went to Cedars-Sinai. Cedars-Sinai, we're going to do surgery and chemo and radiation, and then we're going to do another surgery on top of that surgery. And she's like, oh, that doesn't sound very much fun. So then she goes to City of Hope. City of Hope says, like, I have a better plan. Do the chemo first, then do the surgery, and then they probably would have done a radiation.
I got on my knees that night and I prayed. I said to God, there has to be another way.
Now, one interesting thing about, we always talk about markers in cancer. So Debbie was specifically ER positive, which means estrogen receptor positive, progesterone receptor positive, HER2 negative. So those are markers on the cancer cell. So the reason why that's important is because we got to make sure the estrogen levels don't feed the cancer. So typically they give them an estrogen blocker. Sometimes they give tamoxifen, and sometimes they give a drug called anastrozole. Well, Debbie didn't want to do the drugs. She's like, I don't want to do the drug. Is there anything natural? So I said, yeah, we'll do an herb that blocks the estrogen, and that's what we'll do. So then Debbie came in very eager to make definite lifestyle changes. All right, so let's talk about what we can do. Well, first of all, I just want to clarify a couple of things in your history. You have 3 children,
Yes,
right?
I do.
And how old are they?
Christina is, AJ's 18, Christina's 25, and Elena's 30.
Okay. And then you had a spinal fracture. Where was that in 2008?
Oh, that was from an accident that I had.
That was an
Doctor.
accident?
Yes.
Okay. And then I know you're the degenerative disc disease.
Yes.
Okay.
That was caused from the accident.
From the accident?
And I also got spinal stenosis from that as well.
Okay, okay. And it says you had some brainstem impingement too.
Oh yes, that was due to the accident as well. It was in the neck and in the low spine, doctor.
Okay.
Actually, most of my spine.
What treatment did you receive for that?
The treatment that I received for that is, they gave me steroid injections at first, a lot of pain medication, muscle relaxers, and then they wanted to give me surgery. They said I needed surgery to take the relief off my spine, to give me comfort.
Okay.
And so then I asked the doctors, all 7 of them, because they were all specialists of the spine over at Cedars, I asked them, can I try some pull therapy? And they gave me pull therapy, and that was really helping me out a lot, and chiropractic care. And yeah, so that's what happened. And when it came time for them to give me the surgery, I was better. After 2 years, doctor, 2.5 years.
Were you alone in the car accident?
Yes.
Were you driving?
Yes, doctor.
Okay, that's pretty traumatic.
Yes, it is. I was rear-ended really, really bad.
And also, tell me a little bit about your mouth. Do you have any history of mercury fillings or root canals?
Yes, I do have. Each time I had my children, I have 3, I got a mouthful of cavities.
Oh, so cavities?
Yeah, my children took my calcium each time I was pregnant, so I have a total of 12 cavities that were filled with mercury.
So 12 cavities with mercury?
Yes.
And then what about the root canals?
I just had 2, doctor.
Okay, 2 root canals. Okay. And how were those taken care of, those root canals?
Well, they just injected me with a lot of medicine, and they treated them with antibiotics. And
did you have the tooth removed at all?
No, not at all.
So one of the things I'm going to have you look into, what part of your homework after this visit is to look up how root canals affect the body. So root canal is an infection.
Right.
And so a dentist a long time ago told me that a root canal is like having a diabetic ulcer in your mouth.
Oh, wow.
So it can be a lingering chronic infection, a chronic drag to the body.
Okay,
So
doctor.
infections cause inflammation, and inflammation can contribute to cancer.
Okay.
So it's one of the facets that you'll read in my book talks about this, okay? So
Okay,
that's going to
doctor.
be part of the things that we're going to peel the onion here. So let's talk about what I think, you should do. So
Okay.
I mean, yes, you have cancer in both breasts, the right size, about the size of a grapefruit from the measurements that I see. And then the
Yes.
left breast, it's smaller, but it's still a considerable size.
Yes,
I will
it is.
tell you that the conventional room is to like the doctor at City of Hope, would to shrink the tumors, okay? But, most importantly, you have this innate ability to heal yourself.
Yes.
So what I want you to do is you're going to meet with a nutritionist,
Okay.
and you're going to go on a phenomenal eating program to nourish, strengthen, and heal your body.
Okay.
So we're going to get off sugar. We're going to get off carbohydrates. The nutritionist, her name is Liliana. She'll go over everything.
Okay.
Now, then I will recommend to every single one of my patients to have emotional conflict resolution.
Okay, doctor.
And regardless of the accident, regardless of your children, I know, let's talk about a little bit about your personal life.
Okay.
What, are you married?
I've been going through a divorce, doctor, for a while.
For how long?
9 years.
Oh, 9 years. Oh.
It's a big divorce, and it's I can't wait till it ends. Put it
So
that way.
that's interesting, because I usually ask my patients, what happened to you about 10 years ago? Because from one cancer cell to a tumor takes about 10 years to physically. In your case, it's about 12 years.
Right.
But I'm sure you probably had a preamble of stress with your marriage before you really had them.
Yes.
Right?
I did, doctor. Yes.
So this is going to be very, very important. And regardless of that history, we inherit our emotional DNA not only from your life right now and what you've lived through the last 50 plus years, but your mom and dad's and their mom and dad and their mom and dad and mom and dad. So for quite a long history, we inherit the emotional DNA. And that's just important as your physical well-being right here and your spiritual well-being. So we're going to do something called EVOX. And
Okay.
EVOX is a procedure. Vox is the Latin word for voice.
Okay.
And so you're going to talk, saying, hi, I'm Debbie Singh, I'm so many years old. And the computer will print out your brain. And the brain, it will tell me the different areas that need resolution.
Okay, doctor.
And the practitioner will reframe that unfavorable perception
Okay.
or emotional conflict resolution. And usually 1 to 5 treatments usually will
Resolve it.
resolve it. Patients ask me every single day about water. But water from your tap? Let's get real. Please, please take care of yourself, save yourself by getting Echo. This machine will put in the activated hydrogen molecule that stimulates the anaerobic organisms that we now know has everything to do with your life. Do yourself a favor, get good clean water powered with Echo.
Tom Julian, the author of The Shepherd. There's hundreds of thousands of people who have felt like the title character of The Shepherd, Tony Castanelli. Alone, no family to count on, friends are becoming few and far between. But God has a way of looking down on those lonely hearts and somehow in His own beautiful way bring people into our lives who can help us find the direction and purpose that we all need and the happiness we all desire. This is that story. It's a simple read, but it's an inspiring moment. Buy yours today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lee Erin Connealy, and I have some exciting news to tell you. I have launched my book, The Cancer Revolution. Do you know that cancer takes 10 years to develop in your body? That means you have 10 years of opportunity to prevent and reverse early cancer. The Cancer Revolution. It will empower you to change your life and turn this disease around.
Being healthy and happy isn't always easy. Stress at home, at work, trouble sleeping, toxins in the environment. Even healthy foods can be lacking vital micronutrients due to chemicals and depleted soil. American Nutraceuticals' proven solutions can help detoxify, reduce stress, and guide the way to optimum health. Balance, restore, rejuvenate naturally with American Nutraceuticals. Available from leading healthcare professionals and at 888vitality.com.
So Debbie, I'm really glad that you're doing this emotional work because, as you well know, every disorder in the body has an emotional component to it. And the eBox is wonderful. Unlike talk therapy, it's going to be able to pick up the stressors in your voice, and we're going to do biofeedback to try to unlock it, similar to what acupuncture would do.
Okay.
So it's going to be really awesome because we're going to get a lot of shifting in a very short period of time. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you put on this microphone just in that direction.
Okay.
As you speak, it's going to pick up your voice inflections, and these are called stress inflections, okay?
Is this okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly. It's called a perception index.
Okay.
When we get ready to do the treatment, I'm actually going to have you put your hand on the biofeedback apparatus here.
Okay.
All 5 fingers.
Alrighty.
I have a tissue box here as well because inevitably it'll strike some emotions and we want them to come out. Don't hold back. This is your time to really allow the body, the subconscious mind, to tell you what it wants to release. Okay,
Okay, you got it.
So I'm going to go ahead and just start off by asking you the simplest thing and just share with me in regards to, my name is Debbie, I was born here, I'm the 3rd child, my mother was a stay-home mother, my dad was an engineer, just your basics. And the goal is to not stop talking because it'll just kind of give me a flat line. If you
Okay.
forget what you're going to say, just say your name over and over again. It'll still pick up the frequency, okay? So let me go ahead, and when you're ready, just go ahead, start off with, my name is Debbie.
Hi, my name is Debbie, and I'm the eldest of 3 children. That's who I am.
And your mother and father?
My mom is Maria, my dad is Alan, and I have...
Okay, got it?
Okay.
Okay, and so let me just share with you what I see, and I'm going to share the organ system that it's resting in. All of our emotions are what I call anchored in our tissue, and so some of them we were able to release and to let go.
Okay.
Because we either grieved in a healthy way or we accepted in a healthy way, and they don't bother us. But there's some things that we just basically housed and we kind of put away in a corner because it might have been too painful to think about or deal with it at the time.
Right.
So let me show you what I see, okay?
Okay.
So the first thing I see is a zone that has to do with sadness.
Mm-hmm.
Now, again, sadness is an emotion of yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And so often there's things that we can think about that immediately can create an emotion, maybe even crying. And so we know that there has not been healthy grieving.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing I'm looking at is that we have this stuck pattern of sadness which will live in your heart, which will affect your immune system.
Mm-hmm.
We want to clear this stagnant energy because we want to bring peace back into the heart area.
Okay.
So what I want you to do is I want you to just put your energy and thought right into the heart area.
Okay.
You're going to use your breath. So as you take a deep breath in, I want you to just imagine all things that have caused you some sense of sorrow. Small or large, we don't care about the story. We just want to bring the feeling forth, okay?
Okay.
So again, the kind of the heaviness when I breathe in, but as I exhale, I release and let it go, just as if it's this energy moving right out of my chest area to be reorganized itself back in a natural fashion. I'm
Okay.
going to put this right here. You're going to want one finger on each one of these cradles, so go ahead and put it there. Let me just see if you make contact. I want you to sit back. I just want you to relax. This
Okay.
is your time. No
Great.
place you need to go, nothing you need to think or do, okay?
Okay.
And we're not going to overthink this because this is not the brain thinking. This is the emotional mind speaking.
Coming
okay?
from the heart.
That's exactly right. Okay. And we're going to do just a very short, what we call a biofeedback. So it's going to be about 30 seconds. And then when the music stops, you can open up your eyes and share with me your experience. But let's just start by closing the eyes and just bring the attention within. Okay, start with your breathing, just a nice cool and cleansing breath as you allow the natural rise of the belly. And as you exhale, just relax your facial tissue, your neck and your shoulders, and just surrender to this moment as you release and let go. Again, a cool and cleansing breath in, and then a wonderful, warm and healing breath out. And you should be able to hear the music now and just relax into it. Use your breath as you release and you let go.
When you're ready, Debbie, go ahead and open up your eyes.
Okay.
Any thoughts, any feelings come up for you?
Stuff that I feel like I've processed already. My mother's passing back in '86.
Okay.
My brother's passing, that was 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what we always want to say is they've just passed on to the next room, but we will see them again. So we can miss them, but we don't grieve them anymore, because when we grieve them, we're still holding on to that pain. And it's really important for us to be able to release anything that has to do with congestion in the heart, because it's all about self-healing, and it starts with yourself in that love. Because, you know, you feel pretty clear about, you know, everything. It has a purpose in this place in life, even, you know, death. But what we want to think is, what within my own self is feeling sad? You know, what is it that, you know, I might want to look at? I haven't done some healthy grieving and something, and, you know, again, you know, just ponder upon that a little bit. And but our goal is to keep doing sessions, meaning I keep having you talk and speak, so that we release each one of them. One is going to reveal what's underneath that one, so that we have a really good clearing, because our goal is to untie all of these emotions.
All right.
And so some that you may be aware of, some that you may not be aware of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you for your help, Liliana.
Being healthy and happy isn't always easy. Stress at home, at work, trouble sleeping, toxins in the environment. Even healthy foods can be lacking vital micronutrients due to chemicals and depleted soil. American Nutraceuticals' proven solutions can help detoxify, reduce stress, and guide the way to optimum health. Balance, restore, rejuvenate naturally with American Nutraceuticals. Available from leading healthcare professionals and at 888vitality.com.
Patients ask me every single day about water. But water from your tap? Let's get real. Please, please take care of yourself, save yourself by getting Echo. This machine will put in the activated hydrogen molecule that stimulates the anaerobic organisms that we now know has everything to do with your life. Do yourself a favor, get good clean water powered with Echo.
Tom Julian, the author of The Shepherd. You know, there's hundreds of thousands of people who have felt like the title character of The Shepherd, Tony Castanelli. Alone, no family to count on, friends are becoming few and far between. But God has a way of looking down on those lonely hearts and somehow in His own beautiful way bring people into our lives who can help us find the direction and purpose that we all need and the happiness we all desire. This is that story. It's a simple read, but it's an inspiring moment. Buy yours today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lee Erin Connealy, and I have some exciting news to tell you. I have launched my book, The Cancer Revolution. Do you know that cancer takes 10 years to develop in your body? That means you have 10 years of opportunity to prevent and reverse early cancer. The Cancer Revolution. It will empower you to change your life and turn this disease around.
Okay.
We're going to get your body all back in perfect, beautiful alignment. It's not going to happen overnight.
Okay.
Everybody wants a, overnight sensation. I can't promise you that.
Okay, doctor.
It's going to be my commitment and dedication to you and your commitment to dedication. I do want you to start doing some IV vitamin C.
Okay.
I love lymphatic drainage.
Okay.
Exercise is critical. Exercise oxygenates the body. Exercise helps cleanse the body. I mean, if women just did exercise, we'd see a major reduction in breast cancer, just doing exercise.
Awesome.
So I want you to, movement's very important part of your life. You have 800 muscles for a reason.
Okay, doctor.
I will put you will be doing liver cleanses.
Mm-hmm.
Patients can either do coffee enemas or liver flush.
Okay.
And so anyway, what do you think you would do? Would you do a coffee enema or a liver flush? Which one do you think you would feel most comfortable? Sometimes people don't like doing enemas, so that's why I'm giving you a choice.
Well, doctor, it doesn't sound that appealing, but I'll take your advice because you're my you're going to be my doctor, and if you want me to do the coffee enema, I'll do the coffee enema.
Okay, well,
because
Coffee enemas been, the science of coffee, people have been doing it for 100 years. It cleans out the liver, increases your glutathione production, and patients feel better.
Dr. Connealy just prescribed me a coffee enema with organic coffee, and I kind of don't understand how that works. Can you kind of explain that to me, please?
I'd love to. She just informed me, so I'm going to give you a whole little demonstration because obviously most people drink coffee this direction, so they get a little nervous when Dr. Connealy asks them to do a coffee enema. So let's go ahead and show you. You've got to have special coffee, okay? So it's got to be the blonde coffee because this is super acidic, and this is what it's all about, creating the acidity so that it picks up the toxins. Now this is a coffee enema bucket, and I'm going to show you how to use it. It's stainless steel, so it won't create bacteria. You're just going to wash it with soap and water. So let's go ahead and give you a little demonstration, okay? Now the kit's going to look like this, and it's going to have a couple of tubes in it. Okay. And so what we want to do is go ahead and insert this in the little tube here. Okay. And now you can see this is a really small apparatus, and really you're only going to have to put it in 2 inches. So people kind of get a little nervous. Is it going to go all the way up to here? No, it's not at all. It's going to be pretty effortless, and you will find that you will absolutely love it. You'll have so much more energy, more mental clarity, and oftentimes a lot of the patients they share with me that their pain level goes down tremendously, and even find that they use it 1 to 2 times a day. And so what we're going to do is you're going to take your distilled water, or at least purified water, and you're going to put 2 tablespoons of coffee, and then you're going to boil that down, just say for like about 15 minutes, and you're going to do 2 tablespoons and about 3 to 4 cups of water, okay? Then let that cool down to room temperature. So what you're going to want to do is after you have the coffee, you're going to want to keep it elevated because you're going to need the gravity. You're going to put a little bit of coconut oil at the end of the speculum to make it really super simple. Now I don't want you to push it, I just want you to just breathe out nicely, and then as you breathe, the rectum will slightly relax and you just gently push it in. So Debbie, I'm going to go ahead and have you sit down. You're going to sit in what we call a rabbit pose. You'll be on your left-hand side with your knees slightly elevated. So go ahead and sit down for me. You want this about 18 inches off the ground for gravity. So again, I'm just going to put it here, but you can put it on your toilet, whatever's comfortable. I'm going to just show you, but you would just hold it on with this hand here, and then you would just gently insert it into the rectum. Okay, remember we've got to put a little bit of coconut oil on there, and then just breathe out gently, and then just very gently guide it in. Once it's in, then again, let out the water, and then again, if you get a little cramping, massage your belly. And then you're going to want to hold it on this side for as long as you can. Sometimes the first time you'll only be able to hold it 5 minutes, but our goal is somewhere around 15 minutes to hold it. And then on the left-hand side, then you're going to switch over to the right for another 5, and then you'll be able to get up and to release it. So again, this is going to be awesome because it's going to be able to clean your blood. It's going to support the detoxification of the liver, and you're going to feel so much better. You got a little idea of how to do this? Not so scary, is it? Okay, excellent. All right, fantastic.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lee Erin Connealy, and I have some exciting news to tell you. I have launched my book, The Cancer Revolution. Do you know that cancer takes 10 years to develop in your body? That means you have 10 years of opportunity to prevent and reverse early cancer. The Cancer Revolution. It will empower you to change your life and turn this disease around.
Being healthy and happy isn't always easy. Stress at home, at work, trouble sleeping, toxins in the environment. Even healthy foods can be lacking vital micronutrients due to chemicals and depleted soil. American Nutraceuticals' proven solutions can help detoxify, reduce stress, and guide the way to optimum health. Balance, restore, rejuvenate naturally with American Nutraceuticals. Available from leading healthcare professionals and at 888vitality.com.
Patients ask me every single day about water. But water from your tap? Let's get real. Please, please take care of yourself, save yourself by getting Echo. This machine will put in the activated hydrogen molecule that stimulates the anaerobic organisms that we now know has everything to do with your life. Do yourself a favor, get good clean water powered with Echo.
Tom Julian, the author of The Shepherd. You know, there's hundreds of thousands of people who have felt like the title character of the shepherd, Tony Castanelli. Alone, no family to count on, friends are becoming few and far between. But God has a way of looking down on those lonely hearts and somehow in His own beautiful way bring people into our lives who can help us find the direction and purpose that we all need and the happiness we all desire. This is that story. It's a simple read, but it's an inspiring moment. Buy yours today.
You're probably wondering, okay, so how am I going to get rid of this? Well, you just doing the things that I'm telling you to do, now,
Okay.
it's not going to happen like overnight.
Okay.
I'm going to recommend that instead of jumping in and doing surgery, instead of jumping and doing chemo, because I know your feelings about that,
Yeah, right.
I want you to go see a surgeon who does cryosurgery.
Okay.
So cryosurgery, cryo means to freeze.
Okay.
So cryo, they really call it cryoablation.
Okay.
So what they do is they take a probe and underneath the tumor and they freeze it. So
Okay.
I don't know if you're a candidate or not
Okay.
yet. The most important thing is for you to do all the things immediately, just getting better and better every day with her coffee enemas, her eating, her meditation, and all the good things that we have the patients do. So, but we're gonna give you all these directions written down,
Okay.
and then I will see you after you see the doctor for the cryoablation.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you so much, Dr.
You're welcome.
Connealy. Thank you for seeing me, and I'm just happy that I'm here. Thank you so
Well,
much.
good. We'll
Yeah.
be here to serve you whatever you need.
Thank you very much.
All right.